Hello and welcome to the first ever Lotus Club video. I am Dave, or Dave C as I'm known on Twitch. Today I'm going to bring you our first ever Clash of Champions Modern Edition, where we take decks of one Pro Tours, one GPs, and we take older decks from the past that have done the same and run them up against each other. Today we have Lantern Control, our most recent Pro Tour winner, and we're going to play it against the last Modern Pro Tour winner, which was Blue-Red Eldrazi. For those of you who have never seen the deck, I'm going to give a brief history and breakdown of what Lantern Control is. It's been around for a long time now, kind of brought to prominence by Zach Elsig and a group of players. It's gone through a couple different iterations, but essentially it's always done the same thing. That's trying to empty its hand, getting Ensnaring Bridge down to stop you from attacking, use Hand Disruption to rip apart any way of you to any way people can have a removing bridge, and using mana rocks or mill rocks, like Coded Shredder, Pixels of Pandemonium, to combo with Lantern of Insight to control what you draw, so only leaving you with dead draws. All that removal and nonsense that decks run for normal creature decks you can ignore, and all the stuff that removes Ensnaring Bridge you mill from the top of the deck. What's different recently? Why did it rise to prominence? It has had success in the past, with Zach Elsig himself winning a GP Oakland, I want to say, in 2015. But World of Invention has made this deck crazy consistent, giving you another 4 bridges. That's what you only see actual 3 bridges. Sorry for the mismatches in this deck. And letting you get more of your lock pieces, just making this deck crazy consistent. But of course, is it any match for one of the most dreaded decks in Magic history? Eldrazi Winter was a dark time for Modern, and I'm going to let Conor take you through kind of the history of that deck and what it does.
Hey everyone, Conor here doing a little deck tech on Blue-Red Eldrazi. This is the winning list from Pro Tour Oath to the Gatewatch. As you can see, this is one of the first iterations of the deck. At Pro Tour Oath to the Gatewatch, we had the colorless Eldrazi, and this one was a blue-red version. And later versions of the deck, they kind of went on to ban Eldrazi with Ancient Stirrings and things like that. But in the earlier versions of the deck, we had Eye of Ugin and Eldrazi Temple. These are kind of the main lands to get really explosive starts and hopefully get explosive starts against Lantern Control before they can get a bridge down. As you can see, there's no way to deal with an Ensnaring Bridge in the main deck. So interesting that maybe Pro Tour Oath to the Gatewatch, that maybe if Lantern was a big deck that it could survive. But notably, the colorless versions did play things like Chalice of the Void and Ratchet Bomb main deck. But the sideboards were much weaker, so that's why maybe the blue-red version did a little bit better. And maybe that's why it might be better in this matchup with Hurkyl's Recall, Stubborn Denial, and we do have the Chalice and Ratchet Bomb options in the sideboard as well. But I will heavily be leaning on Thought Not Seer to hopefully disrupt Dave and hopefully get some Mimics for some quick clock. But other than that, it's a pretty standard deck. Lots of Eldrazi and then a couple Dismembers that are dead in the first couple games. So I'm hoping I can get out to a lightning fast start, but I am skeptical because Lantern is a very consistent deck, and Dave can find in the Ensnaring Bridge pretty quickly. But enough dilly-dallying. Let's see which deck will be crowned champion in our Modern Edition Clash of the Champions.